Oh man, like, comment, subscribe, YouTube, Twitch, and on Twitter as well, Facebook as well. And we want to give a special shout out to the new followers and subscribers that we actually have over 400. So let's give a clap, man. We gotta give a clap. So they can see a clap. Yeah, thank you. Without you, this will not be possible. I swear to you. We try to make it so it's our slogan is news, rants, and IOOs in our opinions. That's what that means. And we want to make it as easy, digestible as possible for you guys. Something to not confuse everybody. Something to make sure that everybody's on it and they all understand, especially every news, updated. Technically, we get everything within that week, and we kind of just mash it up and just give it to y'all. We're going to promise we're going to give other videos as well. So, like, you know, if you don't have time to chime in to our live stream, we will make available the highlights and all that jazz, which we're still in the making of doing, possibly by next week or two.
Hopefully, that'll be good. I love that.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that, because I know some people don't want to, can't sit through a whole thing, so they want to see some of the highlights.
Yeah. And don't be shy, guys. Make sure you go in the comments, ask some questions, shout us out, sharing's caring, even negative. It is what it is. But just let's make it live. This is what we do. So again, thank you guys. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. And we're just doing our thing, just BoP Gaming. So let's now. Hey, why don't you check on YouTube? Because last time we had some mic issues. So let's just see if it's working properly. So go on the YouTube. You're showing everybody what the YouTube can do. So now check. It is. I don't care. Check the volume, but kind of put it near your ear so you can hear the volume and see how the audio sounds like. Oh Lord, the new iPad. He gets so confused. Find it. We'll watch as he just gets confused.
No, this is a bad
We'll just keep watching you.
No, this is a bad thing. Hold on, what's the volume thing? What's the volume thing? Oh God, I hate you boys so
You can go and drop it down on the far right side, and then you can get the volume control there. What you got? Do you hear anything? Do you hear like an echo?
Oh, there it goes. It's okay. That's
weird. Oh Lord. So it sounds good. Okay. I think it sounds good. Good. Cool.
So now I can mute it.
They didn't send it? Man, these takeout orders, yo. These makes me mad, man. Okay, so who is going to go on the phone and complain? Do you want me to do a topic and you complain over the phone? You can do so if you like under my name. It's fine.
No,
They did? Yeah. False alarm, everybody. We're all happy. Yeah. I can't scream because I don't want to lose,
Okay. Yeah, no, I can complain. I don't want to.
What? Oh, now we big mad. What you mean?
Yeah, they missed one.
They missed my echelon one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sandy Ichiban, Lobster Roll, Dancing Phoenix. They missed Lewis's other one.
So we still got to make that call.
I mean, yeah, if you want to make the call, hey, I can't make the call now. I don't know how to complain. I didn't make the call. So.
Yeah. Ay. Well, it is what it is, I guess. So let's go down to our first topic. Let's see, what do I have here before I just bring it up?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see how it looks before I just surprise everybody. I think it should be good. Pokemon Snap. Mm-hmm. Pokemon Snap. We're going to talk about that because that came out yesterday, right?
Yes, and I did get a chance to play it.
Did you get the printer, the printer add-on?
No, not yet.
No,
I'll
not
get
yet.
that eventually.
Not yet. You don't think maybe this Pokemon Snap with that would be like the go-to thing to get?
Yeah, I just don't have that $100 to spend like that right now.
Oh, okay.
I'd rather not just do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to get it eventually, but I mainly want to get the game.
Yeah.
That's why I mainly wanted to get is the game, which, so I can talk right
Oh,
now?
yeah, talk it up.
Good. So, I, of course, like he said, I did get the game yesterday. Couldn't play too much because, work and doing podcasts. So, I was able to get through the first day and the first night of the first level. And man, oh man, for what I played, I love.
Yeah, and I can't get into that, but
I
I played the trailer for the wife, and I was like, "Do you think this is pointless?" She's just like, "What?" I'm like, "Taking pictures of Pokemon." She's like, "Yeah, I think it's pointless." I'm like, "I kind of think so too. It's not my cup of tea."
Pretty much like back in the day. I'm pretty sure Pokemon Snap first came out in '99 in America on N64. This one, they upgraded everything so much. Like the graphics, of course, obviously, it looks great. The Pokemon look great. The environments look great. It's similar gameplay, so you're on rails, you are taking pictures of Pokemon like that. But I just love the nostalgic factor of it and the amount of Pokemon you see. And of course, a ton of more Pokemon came out since the first one came out.
Yeah, so let's explain to the general public here. A lot of people understand that it's just a new game on a Switch, but don't they realize that this game came out way back when?
In 1999.
Yes.
That's when it came out on the N64. It was one of the, I think it was one of the first Pokemon spin-offs.
You think?
I don't know if it is the first Pokemon spin-off or one of the first Pokemon spin-offs. It did very well. It actually sold very well. A lot of people liked it. It was really a cute idea, and as I was explaining it last episode, that they had like Blockbuster did like a big thing where you could print out the photos that you take from the game, use like the memory card and all that. So it was actually pretty cool. So that's why I personally was excited for when I got this game. So obviously I got it the first day it came out, like right after work. I went, grabbed it, boom, bam. I got it. And like I said, graphics look great. Love the variety of Pokemon so far.
Yeah, how much Pokemon is there from the actual game itself?
I don't know yet.
Oh, they don't tell you?
I think they have, if not all, most of them. And there's like over 800 Pokemon.
Damn. Not even like
And
damn.
it's like, there's a lot. And I love it. They have like, doing their little animations, doing their little, you're moving around, going around, seeing the different Pokemon doing what they gotta do.
Yeah.
And there's certain things that you can do in the game. Like if you feed them, they'll do a different animation which you take a picture of. Because taking a good picture will get you good points, which will, rank the points, and the higher the points you get, you'll be able to access newer levels and newer day cycles. So instead of the day, you do night too. And different Pokemon come out at the nighttime than in daytime.
Cool.
So that's what's so cool about this, which I love about this so much. That's why I'm like excited to play it. Got through. I'm gonna definitely play a lot more tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be able to do it tonight.
Yeah.
Until I get home, it'll be ridiculously late. But I'm personally excited for it. That's how I feel.
Well,
It's
you
like,
just
it's
cracked it
really
open, right?
fun. I just cracked it open.
Now, by crack it open, meaning you bought it and you didn't crack it open, or you actually played it?
I played it.
Okay.
I'm
you have a
an
niche.
hour into it. I'm
Yeah.
about an hour into it right now.
Cool.
Because but like I said, it's a lot of fun, and I'm loving it. It's like the whole aspect of it, like taking care of the different kind of pictures. It's great. It's like awesome.
and reorder it.
So it's like
Reorder it.
pretty awesome. Like I like it.
Yeah. So that's good for the actual
So that's a
game
little,
itself.
I guess, little impression. Because I can't say it's a review yet because I haven't finished the game, but I'll say it's a first impression.
First impression.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, because it just came out yesterday. And actually, let's bring what's this image here that I have? I gotta show all files because sometimes it gets picky. And we're gonna give a segue to this Returnal. Returnal came out yesterday as well.
Yeah. It's like for me, like it's one of those games that I don't know if I'm gonna be getting it first day.
Yeah.
But it's actually been getting good reviews.
Really? But
it has.
But okay.
But there is a big issue, which is what I'm worried about. One of the big issues with it. You can't save.
What do you mean you can't save? Isn't it just like Demon Souls?
No, it's not Demon Souls. It's. Do you know what a rogue game is? Like rogue.
That's what the term
Binding
was.
Isaac. Binding Isaac is an example of a rogue game. So pretty much it's just full on action.
Yep.
And no matter how much playthroughs you go through, it's always going to be different. So it's like the enemy placements all will be different. And pretty much in this game, you go through different kind of, I guess what they call rooms, like biodomes or something like that. And each one has different enemy placements and all that. And your job is to kill these enemies.
Okay.
One of the things with this game is, and usually most roguelike games, it's difficult as heck.
That's why I mentioned Demon Souls, because I'm like, that is difficult as heck. But isn't Demon Souls kind of like that ish? Or
No, it's different. At least from what I'm seeing. I haven't played it yet, so I can't say 100%.
Yeah.
but it's by the same makers who did. Remember the game Resogun?
Yep.
It's by the same makers who did that.
Yeah.
Made this game. It's crazy because they don't really make a lot of AAA titles like that. This is their first like actual like big budget, huge game.
Big budget, PS5, homegrown, meaning it's built on PS5, not going to
Exactly.
PS4.
It's a big budget game because the game like they did Resogun, which was like a mini game for the PS4. Remember, it was one of the launch titles,
Yep.
I believe, for the PS4, if I remember correctly. But yeah, this game looks great. It's like looks like it's a great mixture of sci-fi, action, horror, but not like the typical like gory horror like the zombie horror thing. It's not
Yeah.
like that. It's kind of like feeling alone, feeling like creeped out type of horror. That's what it is. Like isolated. You're isolated.
And so there's no save points. That's what I cannot get over.
There is
Like the
no
fact that there's no
points.
save points.
Literally, if you want to get through,
So when you
all
die,
the
you
things,
die.
You have to do it all at once, and when you die, you start from the beginning.
For the beginning of the whole thing, or the beginning of the area.
of the game.
Hold on, peoples.
Yeah, so you
Trying to get
start
some
from the
grub.
beginning of the game, which is what I find. Like I said,
Did you
it's
call him?
cool that they're doing it,
Different-
but it is difficult,
But then when I'm trying to order it.
and
Yeah.
it's like.
The 12
I'm
cents.
not,
It's
not-
fine.
The whole save thing is what I'm worried about mostly. It's like, cause this game, it's not that long. I think it's about like 10 hours long.
Yeah.
I think for my thing, but you have to pretty much go through the entire time. Like, if you don't, you have to start over again, and you start from the beginning.
But that's crazy. I don't know, man.
It's supposed to be. It's like this is like kind of like I don't know if you ever played like a roguelike type game like
No.
Isaac. Binding of Isaac is like one example of like these type of
Yeah.
rogue games that
Yeah.
you go to different rooms, you kill all the enemies there, and every room is different, and enemy placements are different, and everything like that. That's how it is. So this one's kind of like a upgraded, beefy version of a rogue game. That's what this is.
I don't know, man. I feel what I feel about Returnal is the concept is there and the graphics look nice, but I don't think it looks PS5 polish.
It looks
I feel like it should just be on the
What graphics are
PlayStation
you
4.
looking at? It looks fantastic.
I've looked at all the trailers. It doesn't look good to me.
It does though.
What's that other game? Project what? That was the demo. Project what? What was that one?
Project.
What's that name? With the lady. It was. They have a name for it now, but it was Project something. That looked delicious. The area and everything. But I'm trying to get the name of it. Project something. It's like
Oh, it's the one that's called for
Forsaken or for whatever. For something.
Oh, yeah, it's like for being or for taking or for something. It's like I know.
You can look it up right now, but I know it's for something.
Yeah.
But that looks delicious. Why doesn't Returnal like maybe it just looks cool and bright? I don't know. Maybe I have to just check it out. I actually got to go about playing it, but you're saying it's roguelike, so I don't know about that. I don't know about that at
I
all.
probably won't buy it until it's like a full price one, until it's cheaper.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to get this game.
Yeah.
It will eventually be in my collection. I know it will be.
Yeah,
It's
but
just when.
I'll wait. And then it's, again, you die and then you
The
respawn.
funny thing
Like,
is, this game seems like it would be one of those type of games that would be free on PlayStation Plus.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I think is going to
Give it a
happen.
couple of
Give it a
months.
couple of months. But I'm waiting for Cyberpunk. I want that free. PS5. I want that free because I'm not doing it. Especially for Cyberpunk, not doing it.
Yeah, exactly. I get it.
Not going to do it. So now, let's go. These are the soft topics we're talking about because the other ones are going to be beefier. So it does seem like it's going to go a little bit quick, but these are the kind of like, these two games came out yesterday,
Exactly.
April 30th.
Definitely wanted to give like a little opinion
Yeah.
on that.
Now, let's dive into something that caught me off guard. Let's just do this. I don't know if it's okay because it's not showing up now. So, and then you guys don't understand what this is, and I feel like this is what they're going to try to bring it back somehow, and that is PlayStation Home. PlayStation Home was a PS3 virtual take on a like a party service where you'll make your own professional avatar and you live at a studio, and then you go out in the mall and you go shopping, and that shopping was the PlayStation Store, and you make your own avatar, meet and greet with people, like lobbies, and it was great concept and great that came out, which was good. It was very, very promising, but a lot of glitches and a lot of things that a lot of people wanted weren't there. And I guess it didn't gain any traction. And again, this was a free app on the PlayStation 3 called PlayStation Home, and they were banking on microtransactions for building your avatar, well, not building your avatar, but, customizing your avatar. So, with that said, let me see. Hold on one second. I gotta move my mic here because we're gonna be talking for a little bit, and I want to make sure that I'm in here. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's a little better. Yes, it was an app, PlayStation Home, that was great when I played it. It was great when I started. It was fantastic. I was very limited to what I built because it was very limited. You get some arcade games, you get to play a couple, and you'll go and meet people, and you play with those people, and you can select the game you want to play as long as you guys had the game. So it was a nice little concept. And again, didn't gain traction. The Bluetooth.
A game like that would be perfect for PSVR, honestly.
And that's where. When did PlayStation Home come out? PlayStation 3.
It was PlayStation 3. Was it 2008?
This was a
Why
while.
does that sound correct?
It could be correct.
It only lasted until 2015.
Yeah.
No, 14.
Ish.
It was 15 or 14.
Yeah. But okay, so this is what happened. PlayStation Home failed, unfortunately. It got rid of it, and it was done. We haven't heard anything about it. Then with the new system, and then with the new games and the new concepts, and the growth of the gaming community, and the audio chats and all that stuff, now you get PlayStation Home. PlayStation has renewed the rights to the name and logo of PlayStation Home, which now goes to you.
That's very
You mentioned that it's about
suspect.
VR.
Yeah.
So now what do you think they're going to be planning on doing?
The thing is, because they did recently, Sony recently did say they are making a new VR for the PS5. Maybe, this is just speculation, obviously, because who knows what because companies renew licenses all the time. They always do that just to make sure they keep it so no one else can grab it. Mm-hmm. But if they have the new VR, and VR is, coming up there, it's getting more popular, things like the Quest and things like that. It's getting more popular. If they reinvented Home, put it on the new VR, that would be pretty cool.
And now with
that would actually make it really useful.
Now with the VR, it's more widely available to talk to people in communities. There's hilarious TikTok videos that go around of people randomly dressed up and they're just talking crap.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Which is pretty hilarious. But the fact that now they can use that PlayStation Home and make it serious. I want them to make it serious because that's what their image was. Like, we're not just going to be like, oh, little community in, this is what's called. They could do that to play it safe, so they're not investing so much, but I think when they did it at first, it became cool, but they thought it was a game, but then didn't understand the concept. Mm-hmm. I think at that point, PlayStation was moving too far ahead of itself. They had the idea, implemented it too fast. Now with the VR happening, I feel like now they're in a better space, and they'll get a better community.
Honestly, that's how I see it too. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I see that. Like I said, VR has come a long way since before then. So having Home, being free, being able to just talk
free too. That's what I hope it's free.
Talking with all your people who have the PlayStation VR 2 would be pretty cool. Keep it the way it was before, because what Home had was great. Customization, be able to watch movies together, watch TV shows together. It was great. Put that in VR.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and build your own avatar, talk to people. The same thing that they had just now with VR, but more of a VR experience than it is of a.
Popular one for the PC.
And that's what I think I was getting. VR chat was what I was talking about, like their
that
own
was
VR.
Very super popular on the PC, and also that's on Quest 2 and all that.
Yeah.
Those are the VR chats that you'll be able to have an avatar and talk with people.
Like goofy avatars, right?
It's like very goofy. So I'm assuming with Sony they probably won't do goofy, but something like that, but maybe put like a more like serious tone to it or whatever
Yeah.
like that, like a more like
Yep.
upgraded graphics tone to it to make it like cool. So you'd be like, okay, I'm actually chilling with my friends and stuff.
Yep.
Through the VR, that's pretty cool. You know.
Yeah. That's what.
So that's why I'm hoping for home. But like I said, who knows? Maybe it's just Sony being great to be like, I'm just making sure no one else gets his name and that's it. It's mine. Mine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They could be doing that too. They just lock it down to be safe, to be like, nope, nobody's gonna grab it. You have an idea, but it's not gonna happen. I hope PlayStation Home is something that they would introduce, maybe baked into the VR too, but serious, and then see what else they could do. Like maybe watching a movie, and you have a Sony Pictures, and they'll promote it, and you go to a theater and watch the movie, or you could just
Like
go to
Spider-Man or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah, something that they could have a benefit of playing with the PlayStation Home. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. So we. Again, PlayStation Home was introduced around 2008.
It was around
I think so,
2008,
yeah.
I believe,
And now they canned it, and now that's coming.
'Cause it wasn't
Well, we don't know if it's coming back,
We
but
don't know. We don't know yet.
there's a hint that they're doing something with that trademark. I don't think that really segued to much that we will talk about, but let's talk about something very that happened. That's news for those that do play games and love to play remote play games and portable mobile games, which pretty much the industry is leading towards, and that is iOS 14.5, which now allowed those that can use their DualSense controller for the PlayStation 5 on your iOS device. So
Which is
you're
actually pretty cool. I heard
Yeah.
about that. I was like, oh, this was good because I personally like the PlayStation controller. So, and of course, playing games on my phone, I don't like do it too often because it's kind of hard to do it from the thing. And the controls they have specifically made for it, I'm not good. It sucks. They kind of suck. So having them be able to connect the PS5 controller into that is actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Another thing is when the issue was you could connect it because it's a Bluetooth profile, but you won't get the DualSense triggers and the vibrations and the like. With 14.5, the Bluetooth protocol is updated so you can utilize the DualSense and all of its DualSense abilities as remote play for the PlayStation 5.
Okay.
Because you could have, I think you were able to connect it via Bluetooth anyway, but you were just playing without the, like, what if a game is mandatory DualSense controller to play, but then when you connect it on your phone, you have a PlayStation DualShock controller, not the Sense, so you're not able to. Now with 14.5, you can. So you get all the benefits of the DualSense controller now while playing remote play on a PlayStation 5.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
All I'm waiting for is, can I use PlayStation remote play via LTE or 5G? That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for.
That'll be pretty cool.
That would be pretty
That
cool.
would be pretty cool. We'll see how that works. It's up to Sony, right, to do something like that.
It is up to Sony because they don't want to be in trouble with the what do you call it? Those people, telecommunications.
Yeah.
AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile. So let's talk about your this one because my Apple was kind of quick. We're going through news today pretty quickly. Let's dive into your Square Enix partnership with your artist
Oh,
that
yes.
you.
This
I
one got me
can't-
a little. It's a little news thing, but this got me personally excited because
Yeah, he follows the
I follow
K-pop.
like J-pop,
J-pop,
and
K-pop,
all that.
yes.
I follow the J-pop. K-pop
So explain that guy.
So pretty much, he is Korochi Tomoto. He's one half of one of the members of Kinky Kids, which is a huge J-pop duo. They were started in the 90s, still doing music to this day. And he's been doing like certain projects here and there of his albums. He hasn't released an album in like 6 years. Yeah, it's been like 6 years. And this time he's releasing a new one in June but what makes this in Square Enix.
That's yo. And then you pitched me to watch the actual
the
trailer.
The teaser trailer.
I thought it was like a new game. I'm like, oh wait a minute, huh?
Like,
and he's like, it's a music video. I'm like,
The main
damn.
character you saw in that thing, that's him. So he like literally fits perfectly in
Absolutely.
that like scene and stuff.
I wouldn't
like
be
that.
surprised if they end up crafting a game with his little storyline and they work together.
What I love about it is he's a huge Final Fantasy fan. He put so much hours into Final Fantasy 11. He put like over like 900 like days into Final Fantasy 11.
Really?
He's a gamer when it comes to that. So he loves Final Fantasy. So he was happy that he was able to work with them and be able to do this collaboration. Which, if I don't know if you have seen the music video, the preview of the video, and it looks amazing. It looks like a freaking cutscene from an actual Final Fantasy game. It's like the bad guy.
I would love to
you know?
play out for you. I don't know how to put it in, plug it in the videos yet, but in due time, y'all, I'll try it. But
it looks fantastic. Definitely check it out because it looks fantastic, and especially if you're a huge fan of Final Fantasy and the looks, and of course, you know, J-pop music and all that. This one, I'm personally excited for. It's going to be a whole new album, so I'm sure it's going to be like a huge music video, maybe a couple of music videos, because I know with J-pop, they like to make a couple of music videos per album. So this could get serious, which I'm super excited about. Comes out in June, so we still got a month away. So I'm sure another teaser will come out.
And now in the States, because we are located in the United States, now we're talking, we can't get his audio through Spotify and Apple, right? Or is it only in Japan?
You can actually, lately, the good thing about this is, I don't know about the audio of it, it's not out yet because the album has come out in June, but J-pop took a while to get into streaming services. It took a while. The new stuff has been coming lately, but the old stuff was never there.
Yeah.
Lately, for the past couple of years, they've been putting it into Spotify,
That's
and
good.
Apple Music and all that. So now they're finally getting to the point that they're going to release the music, J-pop, including with K-pop and all that, into the streaming new, which is good because, let's be real, streaming is the future.
It is.
Everyone streams. Everyone has a streaming
It is.
platform.
It destroyed my CD burning, you know what I'm saying? Selling and making that money. Now I
it's
can't because
streaming,
now it's just you spend $10 bucks a month and you get
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 all the
everything you
music,
want.
millions of music, millions, thousands of artists. It's so much music. And
But
I
the
love it.
trade-off is, once you don't pay for it, you got nothing. So the thing is, you got nothing when you don't pay for it. But it's so cheap, and you know that it's a mandatory thing in your life. A lot of people love and listen to music, so I would.
Yeah,
That's a great investment.
I listen to so much music. Like I listen to like hours and hours upon day. Like at my job, like luckily my job is I have a desk job, and my boss lets me just play whatever music I want. I just have it there, play it. It's fantastic. Like
That's
music's
good.
definitely my life. So that's why this news got me so excited because I love music. And I always like if I could somehow figure out a way to jam in any kind of music news that has to do with video games, I will, and I did because of that.
Yeah. All right. So now let's get into the meaty news, and we're gonna talk in length, and maybe something that you didn't know, and I could try to explain to you as best as I can, because I don't have the source in front of me. I think I'm gonna pull it up actually, and we're gonna show. You may not know, but it's gonna. Do you see it live now? Do you see it live?
No, it takes like for some reason.
Do you see like the comment section or the viewers or the
Yes, I see that.
the lower video, the logo? So if you see the logo, I want to see. Let me know when you see it, so then I can bring up
Yeah.
the source. See if it loaded up for you. I'll just tell you, EA,
Oh yeah.
EA,
you're
and
talking
their
about
little
the leaked-
shadiness,
the
yo.
leaked one, right?
There's
Oh,
shadiness.
I know about this one. Oh.
Courtesy of where am I reading this source from? GameStria, and we're gonna read this.
Oh, this is. So
Oh my
bad.
God!
It's like
And
as
they
soon as I was
use
reading, I was disgusted.
and EA's always.
Oh my God! We have to read their reply.
oh.
Their reply.
Oh, you have the reply now?
Oh, I have.
Oh, you have it. All right, but
Oh,
wait.
well,
So
it's wait, but-
let me
oh my
explain.
God. Oh.
So, documents leak that EA, okay, they're trying to coerce players to FIFA play. Yeah, I said players, but in the game FIFA to play the foot, which is FUT, and I guess it's
Is that basically loot boxes?
Well, no, it's not just basically the loot boxes. It's their Ultimate League, FIFA's Ultimate Team.
Yeah, Ultimate Team.
See, and their Ultimate Team is the way you get your Ultimate Team is getting somewhat of loot boxes. I guess cards is what they
pretty
entitled.
much, I guess you get like the stats or something like
Yeah.
that. I'm not sure how sports work too well, but I think it's like the stats.
So what happened was during their leak, they actually were told that we want to make sure, and you have the quote in their response, but they were pretty much, and just to give you an overall, they were saying, hey, look, there's like low possibilities that they're going to do this, but whatever we do in the game needs to revolve around the Ultimate Team, FIFA Ultimate Team, which is FUT, foot. So in the actual, it's crazy. In the actual document, they didn't say they're forcing. They said they will do what we need to do to drive them to go to this section of the game.
Funnel them
right
that
into a
section
pace.
automatically.
Yep. To funnel right in. Now you could take it away since you kind of, and you know it's EA. They were already in the in
why
like
I'm
hot
not
lava
happy
when it
about
comes to this.
Yeah. So pretty much they're saying that they're going to funnel all these straight to this mode to put people there to make sure that, oh, you want to get your Ultimate Team? Get loot boxes, and then you'll be able to get that Ultimate Team you want.
Yep.
Get that player you want, get that stats you want, get all that. You just gotta give us some money.
Give us some money, and that's just a guesstimate too. It's just a guess because it's gambling. It's like a chance. You get a chance.
Exactly, because loot boxes are literally gambling because you don't know what's in it.
Nope.
You could get,
And you will not know what's in it.
And you could get repeats. You'll probably get the most common shit in the thing. You won't get anything rare at all. And you have to spend so much money to finally get one rare thing. It's like, oh, but I want this and that thing, and that's apparently the team that you want or the status you want is a rare person too.
Yeah,
and you have to keep getting more and more and more.
Yes, we do see your comments. Outlandish here is looking through the comments, and hopefully he can respond to the comments as best as you can. Yes, EA it hasn't been fun when it comes to this, and they've been underwater when it comes to this. And now this leak happens. Let me read this to you, actually. Let me just bring up the actual source. Courtesy of GameStria. The document was sent to the CBC by a gaming insider. Purposely comes from the EA Sport Division in Burnaby, British Columbia. And it contains various focus points and numbers that detail the current state of the franchise along with future growth plans. Okay, future growth plans. And one slide entitled Things You Need to Know. EA details how we have more active players at this point in FIFA than ever, which would be 5.3 million plus FIFA DAU, which was 3 million plus FUT, and explains the team is squarely focused on engaging current players through mid-September. Why? How are they gonna engage through mid-September? And then they said, notably, the publisher also states the foot is the cornerstone of the franchise. We are doing everything we can to drive players there. Now, drive players there. What does that mean? Another page outlines how all roads lead to FUT, adding that content, teasers, and targeted Aruba messaging will drive excitement and funnel players towards FUT from other modes. The fact that they said that all roads lead to FUT and knowing that FUT is pretty much their forced microtransactions in the game,
Disgusting.
it's disgusting.
Disgusting.
And I can tell you that. That is absolutely terrible. That is absolutely
so bad.
like I don't get it. And they and leaked documents, so they didn't want this to come out. This is just a presentation.
And you know
they didn't want
funny,
this to
though?
come out.
They're trying to convert as much people as they can by the summer.
Why not?
They're trying to get as much people to do this
sick.
and trying to get thing. It's like, are you kidding me right now? Like, I understand you're a company, you want to earn money. I get it. The thing is, like, obviously this is working for them, which just makes me even more sick. But it's like, it's working for them because they are, year to year, they gained 177%. In like, money-wise, 177%. Just in FIFA.
Jeez.
So it's working, unfortunately. I hate it. And,
It's working. And that's why you can't get mad at
for
them, but at
the-
the same time, it's just bold,
and the
dude. They're just
annual growth
disrespectfully
rate
bold.
for the
Like,
past
bold.
10 years has been 50%. That's
Jeez.
huge.
Yeah.
And I hate it. I hate it so much. It's like,
hate
it
it.
just
I
disgusts
hate it.
me. It's just like they're preying on people. Like when they do loot boxes like this, they're preying on people. I know some people don't agree with that, but it's just like you're preying on the thing. Like how dare you?
It's oh my god.
like-
It's and they're the only company that gets caught slipping when it comes to this.
It's because they don't even try to hide it.
They
They're
don't.
they're blatant. And I know they're trying to hide this document, which once we get to that point, I definitely want to tell you their response.
Oh, go ahead, tell them now.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, we
So-
on EA. we
so,
on that.
of course.
Hey, we on that ass EA. Like you doing
so
you doing a
of
whole.
course.
I mean, I love you with Battlefield and their studio. That's fine, and your other games are pretty cool. But when you start being bold with a major franchise, and then saying,
A very
hey,
popular franchise that sells worldwide, like so much worldwide.
and they said, might as well, let's go milk it all up. That's crazy. Y'all gonna milk it all up? That's nuts. That makes me want to get a beer. I think I'm about to get a beer.
So pretty much their response, EA of course, that they were disappointed, quote unquote, with the CBC report, calling it sensationalized story with misrepresentation of the facts. Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, they are saying that they are misrepresenting the facts, even though we, as people, know exactly how EA is and how they work. We know how they are. And they are saying that? Like, are you kidding me?
Repeat that one more time. What are they saying?
They are disappointed by the news story, the CBC report, and, hold on, they are sensationalized the story with misrepresentation of the facts. So they say pretty much.
How is that
They said they're lying.
So
They're pretty much saying that.
how do they misrepresent? It's literally in your documents, and there's a slide.
They said that
All
they
roads lead to
misrepresent-
foot.
They said they misrepresented that because they are saying they're giving players options in order to be able to get there.
There is no options. I gotta back this up. I don't want to clip, man. There is no options. What you mean? You're given the opportunity for one mode to lead right to a forced mode every single time.
No,
That's
but-
like going playing
but
practice,
you
and then
know,
practice
they
leads to a microtransaction that you have to purchase right to the damn foot option. I didn't play FIFA to understand how this works, but
They're just-
please enlighten me because
But-
this is
But the
disrespectful.
thing is, they're just introducing people to more modes. So they just want to introduce them to this mode. That's all they're doing. And you know what else? They said they're not forcing loot boxes.
What are they
this sort of
doing?
thing.
What are they doing?
They're just giving people options, and they're saying that they are not purchasing. They said that most of the FIFA players are not purchasing this, even though you have numbers right here saying that you guys are earning money over there. But they're not doing that. They're saying that most FIFA players are not purchasing it.
Oh, really? Really? Oh,
Yeah, you piece of.
Yo,
But
they're
give that
so
response,
bold,
like,
bro.
Did anyone actually believe their response? Because I didn't.
No.
As soon as I saw it, like, we've seen how EA has been, especially the last couple of years and stuff
Yep.
like that. Well, not a couple of years, more like 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
Yeah.
You know how.
Every damn year, technically.
Pretty much.
Or every 2 years.
I don't want to like badmouth them like that, but I guess I'm gonna badmouth them. EA is not a good company.
Mm-mm.
It's not. They make some good games that I enjoy. I can't say not. I can't not say that because they do make some good games that I enjoy. But
They make great
you
games, but they are Super Bowl with their money taxes is ridiculous.
it's like
ridiculous.
This whole FIFA thing kind of like irked me even more further because of the way that they handled it. And that response, I'm sorry, when I saw that response, no, own up to it.
I know, just say it.
Just I'll have more respect for you if you just owned up to it. But you did it. You just like skirted around the thing like, no, that is not what we're doing.
They were
Even
beating
though
around the bush.
There's many years of you guys doing this stuff like this. But no, we're not doing it. No, you're taking us back. We're just introducing people to new modes. That's it.
Yeah, introducing by every mode you play gets forced to the same mode we're trying to introduce to you. So you're forcing them to get introduced to a mode that they have to spend money or gain credit. I don't know. Again, I don't know how it works.
They
But all
said
I'm saying
they
is,
want people to earn the credit. They don't want people to buy it. They
Like
want
grind-
them to
like-
earn it. They want them to grind
Okay.
it. That's what they want.
but see, inconvenience of a grind to the point that you're never gonna get it. Then just buy it. That's what we want you to do.
And
We are
that's what
EA.
they do that. It can be like,
This-
oh, you can grind if you
I was gonna
want
whisper
and
more.
play the thing. But it's right here for like $5.
Yeah, you can instead of grinding and spending all your money, you can go
It's
grab
just
it.
like,
It's right there.
I just like,
$5,
I don't know.
$4.99.
It's like, I feel like some kind of like way with that. And their response just got me so.
It's like, how can you come up with something like that? It's like, yeah, we kind of said it, but like,
We didn't mean it that way, though.
we didn't,
mean it.
we
that
really
way.
didn't care because we're still gonna do it anyway. It's not like they're buying stuff.
So they were kind of
But, like,
doing, they were kind of doing
We
like
still gonna do it. They were kind of just lying though. They didn't say the whole thing.
they were doing a PR.
But yeah, just download the thing. This conversation is gonna lead to foot, so don't worry about it. You're just gonna go right to the mode and then you go ahead and download it and be fine.
They did this. It sucks, but it's probably not gonna affect them much. We're still the same people are still gonna hate on EA for the shitty things that they do. Of course, it's always going to happen. But it's just wow. I think what mostly got me mad is their response and how they like own up to it. Own up to it.
Just apologize.
I'll have more respect for you.
And
if
state
you
the
own
facts.
up for it. It's just like you don't. So now you're trying to think, and there's probably some people who believed it, I'm sure. But it's just like, I'm not one of those people. I'm not. I see through you. Like, no.
They've gotten so bold with their way of thinking. Seeing it come like that, you can already anticipate them beating around the bush.
Exactly.
You're like, what are they gonna say now? Like, what are they gonna say now? And they somehow get it right, and it's like, oh, that response is terrible.
Oh, it was an
Terrible.
awful response. I was just like, are you kidding me right now? Like, that is a real response.
So EA, this episode is not for you. This episode was not for you, and I deeply, I mess with you, okay? I
Like,
got
they
Game
got-
Pass
they
open.
got
I got
some good
EA
games.
Play.
They got some good
I got the
games.
Jedi Fallen Order. I tried Madden. Madden sucked. I'm anticipating Battlefield 6, if it's called 6.
Or whatever the new one's called.
I mess with you, but you need to stop stealing money from
They're
the
not
weak.
stealing, they're just introducing.
Stop introducing. Oh my God, it's nuts. That was
It's just like, as soon as I saw it, I was just like, wow.
yeah.
Wow.
All right, now let's go talk about another big wig in the industry currently, and that's Epic Games. Epic Games, in two ways, is now getting into the mix here this week with us, and the reason why is because next week, which we're going to follow up,
Oh,
they have their trial. Epic versus
Can't
Apple.
wait to see how that
Epic
goes.
versus Yeah,
That's
it's going to be great.
Interesting.
Yeah. So Epic versus Apple, and I always say this because sometimes people don't really know or understand the big thing about Epic versus Apple. Epic violated by making V-Bucks purchasable through their store directly in the Apple store. Apple does not allow that to happen. Any in-game purchase you make within the Apple store, there's a 30% cut out of it. EA said, nah, bruh, I ain't gonna do that. Hey guys, you can get V-Bucks for $7.99 instead of $10.99. You get it straight. Apple didn't like it. Apple said, nah, bump that. You out. Kicked them out. Temporarily suspended them. The CEO of Epic's like, nah, I don't know why you're doing it. You're anti-competitive. Then they got rid of them. And then Apple tried to go gun-ho and get rid of all the Epic tools, which is the Unreal Engine and all that stuff, which would have killed off a great number of apps from gaming to productivity on the Apple Store off the rip, just right off the bat. So Epic, seeing that was a bit too much, Judge Yvonne Gonzalez stated that, look, you can't do that, Apple. You can't nuke out the whole entire competition just because they kind of got a little slick. So you're going to keep the tools, but the Fortnite will not be back because Epic, you should have known this, but let me get more clarity of what it is and they get more documents. And then you got Epic and Apple putting out like injunctions and the like. And within that time frame, Apple subpoenaed Valve by saying Valve has been doing this type of practice way back when. And they won that. So they got 500 pages of the last 3 years of their distribution and their money. So we don't know what came out of that until next week.
We'll find that out.
There was another one that came out. There was another thing that came out. And Epic tried, and then when the whole issue happened, Epic tried to put out an injunction so they could stop and then keep Fortnite on until the trial. Yvonne's like, no, we're not going to do that. If this is the principle of what we're talking about, we're not going to allow that to happen. I know enough that you clearly violated, so you're not going to get this. You're not going to get away with that. But Apple's not going to get away with getting rid of you and all others not understanding the impact they can make in their own e-commerce, which is kind of stupid on Apple's part.
Yeah.
There's a lot of apps that they utilize Unreal Engine. So imagine all the people that got random old AR apps that are powered by Unreal Engine or the like all just disappear. Like freaking Thanos with the damn, you know what I'm saying? Like they all just disappear. You know what I'm saying? For apps. So next week they're gonna be hitting that, and we'll see what comes out of that. And I'm gonna be on it, and I will break it down and get our recap for next week's episode. But this week they're in it because they are on some petty-ish.
Oh yeah.
They are on
As
some
soon as I read
petty.
this, I was like, okay, I'm
What?
petty, but that is petty.
And you know
That's
what?
petty.
When I tell you, I'm going to try to break it down as best I can. But when I tell you, you'll understand. But it's petty though. Like it's
this
petty.
is
as
like
fuck.
extra petty. Like as soon as I read, I was like, okay.
And I'm gonna try to-
like,
'cause-
I'm petty, but this is like extra.
Yeah, and I don't want to again bore with all the jargon and whatnot. But I'm just gonna kind of give it to you like this. Epic is its own store. Then they got Apple, which they're going back and forth. So you got Epic and Apple, and they battling, they fighting, right? Microsoft has Game Pass Ultimate. Game Pass Ultimate is the service with PC that allows you to play games on the Xbox and platform with the PC as well, and play it on your Xbox console, now on the PC, and now they're using Project xCloud, which I think is still exclusive for T-Mobile, that allows you to play wirelessly Game Pass Ultimate on LTE, PlayStation. Hello, they're doing it. Why don't you on Remote Play? Just saying. But playing the Game Pass service, right? Game Pass service through your mobile device. Android now. Microsoft has stated that we are releasing it for the Apple iPhones and iPads soon, and the reason why is because Apple has a strict guidelines for apps in general. So when you get a Netflix, you pay for a service and you see a whole Netflix variety of movies, and every movie is rated. Game Pass Ultimate went ahead and introduced that app to Apple, and Apple said nope, because we need to rate each and every game on our end before you could even have that playable. That is absurd, for one, because Netflix don't got that treatment. Netflix is rated by what company? Third-party company? They're rated by a third-party company that allowed what you call it, to rate, PG, G, R, adult rather, mature, whatever. But and then games have that too, the ESRB. They have that as ratings as well. But Apple said, no, we don't want that because we can't rate it. But Netflix is good and going home. They're fine. They can do that. Didn't make sense. So they axed it. So then they found a workaround that the browser, Safari browser or Chrome browser, you're able to have some enabled code to have your browser play streaming services, a.k.a. Game Pass Ultimate. So they're still working on the kinks on it, and they're going to go ahead and bring that out. So once Game Pass Ultimate gets brought out to Apple via web browser, they were going to have Fortnite on it. So now you can play Fortnite on your iOS device via web browser. Epic's like, no, you're not. No. Nope. You're not doing that.
So they just
Nope.
stopped it.
And why? You would think, well, Epic, you wanted it back on the Apple Store. Why don't you allow Microsoft to do it for you?
Because they're petty.
Because they are petty. They don't want Apple to still get the benefit of Fortnite on the iOS device by another competitor that's in the wing trying to get their own little platform running on the Apple device. It looks like everybody's going to Apple to get their market share up, to get all those fans of the iPhone there.
Exactly.
And then Epic's like, no, you're not. Microsoft, stank face too. No, not happening. So that is the pretty much what Epic is now petty for. Like that's ultimate petty.
So pretty much, have you heard of NVIDIA GeForce now? Mm-hmm. Apparently, that's the only way to play Fortnite through your iPhone now.
I wouldn't be surprised if they pull that off.
That's
They pull
the
it.
only way to play it now. So
In due time, but their court is next week.
So we'll see how.
So
it
we'll see if
happens.
that even.
Oh, that's gonna be a huge segment next week. I know.
Yeah,
that.
next week. Yeah, like I've been on it. I've been following it. And if you guys go onto our Anchor on our podcast, audio podcast, we followed it, and
We've been
every
talking
day,
about it
every
for
week.
months
Yeah,
now, right?
Because this was a big deal, dude. It was a big deal. It even had trailers of the mocking the 1984, and
that.
people
I still freaking love
all over the world were playing for it, and they seen that. It's like, what the heck is that? So
It's a huge.
it was a big deal.
I can't wait till next week to see how that goes.
It was a big deal. So, Epic, you petty.
Patty.
Epic, you petty. I will say you. That's. I mean, and then look at it this way. Think about it. You're already going to court with your competitor, and you're gonna have another person put your game to allow you to mainly play with the competitor.
Exactly.
What would you do?
I mean, I get it. Like
You get
I
it.
get it.
Well, you just
It's
wouldn't think
just-
that would have happened with a big ass company like them.
Exactly. Like I get it. I do. But I mean, come on. Fortnite's everywhere. Like, why do you have to be this petty about it? It's like literally everywhere. It's been out for years. Everyone has played it. You can literally play it everywhere. And like, come on. I know you're being petty because you're mad because of the whole lawsuit thing. I know you are, but come on.
Like you mad? Like why you mad? You know? Like, come on now.
Well, I guess we'll find out next week and see what happens with that.
Now, let's see. What do we have here? Let's take this image off.
What's next? What's next?
Now, let's go about. What topic? Give me a topic that you want to talk about. I'll just grab the
Let's
image
do the
here.
crash one.
Crash? Is this it here? Yeah.
The crash in the. So, something popped up randomly that I was not expecting. This is literally came out of nowhere. So, for people who may or may not know, of course, you guys know Crash Bandicoot. You know, games for many years. Recently came out with 4 not too long ago. They now recently Crash came out with like a run type of game that's for the iOS called Crash on the Run. So I was like, the game is fun. It is what it is. It's an on the run game, like Temple Run and things like that. It's fun, but it is what it is. You'll get bored of it after not too long. So recently they decided that they wanted to do a collaboration. But this collaboration came out of nowhere. So, the Noid is going to be coming in just randomly in Crash.
Out of all the mascots.
Out of all the mascots. So, let me explain the Noid because probably most of you will not know unless you're like our age or older.
Well, even I was like caught off. Like I looked at him, I was like, he looked familiar, but then I was like, huh?
So, pretty much the Noid is, he was Domino's mascot back in the late 80s, I believe early 90s. He was the one who basically, make sure that pizza does not get delivered to the customer. That was his job, to make sure that pizza did not get to the customer, no matter what he has to do. Of course, it's like hijinks type of thing. Think kind of Looney Tunes type of thing. That's what it kind of reminded me of. So pretty much that. And then in the early 90s, they stopped that because of an incident that happened that kind of scared Domino's off a bit off it. I guess I can go too much in detail, but pretty much someone threatened a location saying, if you don't take this off the thing, I'm going to kill you.
Oh man.
It
Oh,
happened
the
in
pizza?
the early 90s. It happened in the early 90s. It's because of the mascot.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
They should bring that back now. Because
So-
now you have you should bring that back because you have what you call it, Ring doorbell. Like everybody know your address. You got Google Maps.
Well, the funny thing is, that's when we go into more detail on that. So pretty much, they're releasing it. It's going to come out in May, I believe. Let me see. I remember it was May 7th. It's going to be a mini boss, and also
He's gonna be a mini boss.
it's going to be a little mini boss in the game, which is pretty cool.
That's
at
cool.
The, basically, at the end of each level, there's like a little mini boss.
Yeah.
And you fight them, and he's going to be one of the mini bosses. And just I want to add this on there too.
You beat his ass and get free pizza.
Domino's.
You beat his ass and get free pizza.
You-
You beat him and you get free pizza, guys.
The thing is, no, you get free like outfits and like little items and accessories and stuff for Crash to wear in the game.
Where's my pizza?
It doesn't cost anything, so it's free anyway. But they're also going
Pizza.
to put them back in commercials again
Oh, that's cool.
to get a thing. And you know, with Domino's, they have their self-driving things now.
Yeah, yeah. Which
They-
I haven't seen one.
It's in Texas, that's why. It's getting tested
Oh,
in
okay.
Texas. So it's not out and all over. So his mission is going to be to stop that automatic.
So they're bringing it
driving
all
to get
back.
to the-
That's cool.
So they
All
gotta,
right.
they gotta
That's
do
cool.
it like that, but like more of a modern take of it now, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah,
So
that's cool. That's
we'll
cool.
see how it's gonna work. I'm kind of excited. I think because, like I said, back then it was a very weird commercial. It was very weird, but you know,
They were bold. It was probably a bold
it
move.
was bold, but
Which
it's
was
pretty
probably-
cool that they're doing this.
yeah.
And like I said, it caught me off guard. 'Cause I was like, him and all kinds.
Yeah, like all the things of mascots and like you would choose the Domino's guy. I thought like there was gonna be a campaign or like a month promotion, you know,
You just
be the
found
boss
out
with a
May
certain
7th.
score or time, da da da, and you get yourself free pizza.
Yeah. So it's just pretty crazy, but I just thought it was pretty cool news.
But they do the promos with like Epic Game or not Epic Games. What do you call that? It's a movie service. Epic, isn't it called Epic?
Oh, Epics?
Epics.
Yeah.
That was close. Epics. They have their own little. You get this. Da da da. If you get a pizza, you sign up for a free trial. They have a partnership with Domino's.
Yeah.
So they should do that with the
Yeah,
game.
they-
Like,
they
give
do
me a
this, like-
give me a time travel score and you get some free pizza.
It'd be pretty cool. if they
I'm
did
all
that.
about food, man.
But I always like it.
What
when-
better way to play games with pizza?
I
Like
always like
pizza
yeah,
and
exactly.
games work hand to hand. This is a great segment
Yeah.
to just be like, hey,
I just love it when companies do this, like the whole like
Yeah.
collaboration type of thing. I just love it. Like
Yeah.
like what we discussed earlier, the Square Enix and you know that guy.
that is a very,
I just
very,
love when
very
they do
unique.
collaborations.
partnerships.
I just love when they do collaborations. It's
Yeah,
like-
that collab is. That must be a dream come true for that man.
Oh, he's. I'm pretty sure he's happy.
I mean, he put in all that work in Final Fantasy 11. Kind of realized that they're actually producing his music video.
Yeah.
That's cool. So yeah, hopefully the Crash promo and what Crash game
Crashing the Run.
is that
The
for the
iOS.
iOS? So
The iOS,
only the
yeah.
iOS
It's
has
only the
that.
iOS, yeah.
Okay.
It's like a little like thing, which makes sense. Mobile thing, it makes
Yeah.
sense.
So now let's get into it. This is a big ass image. I gotta reduce this because Jesus.
Which one?
No, it's not really big. Let's bring it before I even say a word. Bandai Namco.
Oh yeah, there was that
Bandai
little
Namco.
situation that happened.
Yeah, hit
This
me
just
with that
happened
situation.
recently.
Did it? By
Yeah.
recently, how long? Like
A
a few
day
days?
ago?
Really? Yesterday? Kinda?
Yeah, I think
3
it
days
was
ago?
yesterday, yeah.
Ish?
Yeah, it was like Friday.
Hit
Yeah,
me.
It was Friday, yeah.
I probably heard it, seen it on the thing,
So
and
pretty much, there's a company called WePlay
Mhm.
that's one of the companies who is in charge of esports.
okay.
They do like esports tournaments. Before they used to not do esports thing, they just recently started esports like 3 years ago. So they were
What was their previous thing they used to do?
I believe they used to do like sports, like just sports.
Mm.
Then they get into esports until recently.
Okay. Oh wow.
They were just doing sports.
Alright.
I believe I think they're like a Russian company, or I think they're a Russian company, if I remember correctly. But so pretty much, and the issue is that Bandai Namco and also NetherRealm Studios, which is the one who does Mortal Kombat. Bandai Namco does Soul Calibur and Tekken.
Yep.
They released a tweet yesterday, both of them, like
Okay.
each separate tweet, saying that they will no longer work with with WePlay with any esport tournament, and they're not allowed to use their games in any of the WePlay tournaments.
Damn.
The funny thing is, this literally came out of nowhere.
No warning.
No warning, no thing at all. this is what they said. Their difference in vision and professional standards. Remember those two words, because there are speculations on what's the reason why this happened.
So what is the words again that we need to remember?
Difference in vision
Yep.
and professional standards.
Okay.
Professional standards is one
I
of
feel
the
something grimy is going to come out of this.
So, pretty much they did this, and then of course We Play responded saying that they were shocked by it. This was the first time they heard about this through the tweets. It was the first time they heard about this. So this came out of nowhere. Now, here's the little speculations coming on, the reason why this was done. This is not official. This is all speculation. But, I mean, if you read between the lines, you can see,
Yeah.
you can
If
see
you're
it, like,
if you're a critical thinker, you can go about reading and go, oh, I think I kind of know what happened.
We Play used to he worked with a company called 1xBet,
Okay.
which is a gambling company.
Okay.
You see where I'm going with this.
Okay.
So they're a gambling company, and this was from Russia. They're from Russia, this 1xBet. And they did some pretty bad things in the past. One, placing bets on games, children's sports in Kenya. So betting on children.
Oh no, man, that's crazy,
That's
dude.
one. And then there's a second.
This is speculation.
All speculation. All speculation. No, these things really did happen.
Okay.
But this is just speculation on why they left.
Okay.
And the other
Yeah.
one is the other thing too. There was another thing that they did too. It was called Prawn Hub Casino, where pretty much the situation on that one is they had ladies playing card games and stuff, and I'd rather not go into more detail. but you
Oh
can
Lord,
pretty
like
much-
Strip Uno back in the
pretty
Xbox
much
360 days.
Think of it like that,
Oh
but with like
my
casino
God.
games and stuff like that.
Dude,
So
you talk about strip black poker? That they were
they were part of
oh,
it.
so their background as a game as an affiliate was sketchy.
So that's why, and We Play was working with them. So that's why another thing. This is all speculation. They probably heard about that pass, and they didn't want their names anywhere attached.
Bump that
to it.
ish, I'm out.
So
Out.
that's why they did
Gone.
that. And honestly, I don't blame them because I wouldn't want my name
Yeah,
attached.
you don't want your
That's
brand.
sketchy.
You don't want
Sketchy.
Bandai Namco to be like, hey, look, did you notice that they've been funding or been working with or have ties to said gambling of children and strip black poker? No. Nobody wants to be dealing with
And
that.
the funny thing is, the three owners of the 1xBet,
Oh, hell no. It gets worse, huh?
they
Oh, hell no.
are wanted
Oh,
by
great.
the
Oh,
interstate
no.
community of
Oh.
Russian Federation.
Okay. All right. You put two and two together, that kind of makes you wonder. Like,
Since August 2020.
Oh,
So, I'm not going to say anything, but I think you can read between the lines on why they decided to leave.
yeah. And you're probably not going to get a statement. You're not going to get any
no,
statement.
you're not going to get a statement.
You're going to hear it, boom, and it's out.
Yeah, that's what I was. But I just saw this. I was like, okay, this is interesting. And it's like, wow. It's like, how are you going to work with someone who has such a shady past like that? I know it's with money. That's what. That's what it is.
and then they probably just you got to understand like they were sold that like, hey, look, there's a new company called We Play, and We Play, or we're talking
no,
like
it's the
if
1X
We Play.
bet, yeah.
It's now, hey, look, there's other avenues that we can chase that they need help in this gambling, and they do that. They probably souped it all up, not realizing the actual acts that they were doing was,
It was,
making the money, and they're like, oh, if they could be lucrative with their businesses that they offer, which they didn't know what was, they're like, yeah, maybe we will associate with them and go from there.
like I said, it was a big yikes. It was a very big yikes.
Yeah, like,
And I was
oh.
just like, oh, okay. Like,
No.
I don't blame them at all. But,
Yeah.
wow.
Now, we didn't get into this, right? The state of play.
No, not yet.
We didn't. So let's go ahead and dive into that. And I felt that it was a bit soft.
The
Soft
thing
but
is,
cool.
I hope you do know that it wasn't going to be like a full state of play.
No,
it was
I
mainly going to focus
Yeah,
on Ratchet.
yeah. It was saying
it was
the whole
amazing.
week was all about like state of play. They showed something Ratchet and Clank, and they're like, hey, look, just so you know, on Thursday at 2 p.m. What is it? Cali time? Well, Pacific
No,
time.
it was like it was 5 p.m.
5
our
p.m.
It was
Eastern
5
time.
our time.
Hey, make sure you check this out because we're gonna play a lot of Ratchet. Okay,
It was
cool.
mainly Ratchet, which was fun. But they
That was
did
cool.
show 2 other things in the beginning. Which
Yeah, tell me because I seen it. I was like, all right, cool. It's a cool game. I never really played all the Ratchet and Clanks. I should, and I got kids, and they just.
trust me.
He launched Nexus, and like the next 5 minutes he played. He's all over the place with the
I'm going to
games.
get really into the Ratchet thing, but first I want to start with the other 2 first. So the first one they showed off was the game Subnautica. It's called Below Zero, which was, I believe, the sequel.
And we're talking. This is a whole nother game.
Yeah, it's a.
You're kind of confused when you were like, "Hey, look, so let's talk about more about Ratchet." It's like,
No, I'll talk more about Ratchet. But
oh, okay, yeah. So they showed off 2 or 3
It was
games.
just 2.
Oh, poor. Wow.
And then Ratchet.
That was very
and
light.
then Ratchet. It was. They said they was going to be focusing on Ratchet.
Yeah.
Though. That's the, they said they were.
You know me.
I know you wanted more stuff. I know.
Fantasy 7.
So Subnautica Below Zero, they announced that. It's a game that's been out, like not been out, but been talked about for a while, so we already knew. Comes out next month. Looks pretty cool. You're underwater.
Cool.
And you're like, exploring all that type of stuff. It looks pretty cool. Comes out in May, which, so it should be exciting. So we come out this month, which is exciting. And then they also did like a little sneak thing in there too, which was kind of cool. Among Us is finally gonna be coming out for the PS4 and 5. Finally!
With the Ratchet and Clank skin.
Which I love.
Which is a pretty cool kind
As soon
of
as they showed the little thing,
combination.
they showed the little
At first when I
ratchet, they
seen
showed
it-
the Clank, and then the ratchet, I was like,
Yeah, when I've seen it at first, I'm like, okay, so he's got like a little hoodie with the pointers. And I'm like, oh yeah,
that's Ratchet.
it's Ratchet and Clank.
And then they
I get it
and I
now.
was like, and they finally coming out for the PS4 and PS5.
Yeah.
This year. They
Took
didn't
a
give
while.
the exact date yet, but this year.
I thought no,
No,
June 11th is Ratchet and Clank.
They said 21, so.
Okay.
Now-
Good. I'm glad that it's
Yeah,
coming
I'm
out.
happy it's finally coming because it's pretty much out on everything.
Well, it took a while.
Yeah, I know.
It was mainly on PC, and then they finally trickled into
And
other
iOS,
platforms.
Switch,
Yep.
PlayStation. I don't know if Xbox has it yet.
I don't know. I think they do because I downloaded it on Game Pass
so they
Ultimate.
do, okay.
So that's what it was. It was mainly on PC. Then it went on iOS, and that was already a struggle. Then the demand
went
was
on
there,
Switch, too.
so then it went on Switch, and then like, oh, we can get it. And then they had a Game Pass Ultimate on the Xbox, and I'm assuming that Microsoft Xbox has it as far as the store, and then now finally PlayStation. So now finally Among Us is everywhere.
Which is
It's,
good.
they are Among Us. They are all Among Us.
Okay. Anyway, so now the big one, which was a 17-minute gameplay / trailer of the new Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
I'm gonna tell you something. Them gun blasters sound official. That shit sound like you got ball like boom.
Oh my god.
Boom.
So they
It
were
was
showing
great.
the gameplay, they were showing Ratchet first doing his part because he's separated from Clank. And then you could see like the graphics, you could see the enemies, the shooting, the haptic. They were explaining about the haptic touch. and
Yeah,
everything
yeah, I
like
can't,
that,
yeah.
Saying that the harder you hit it, the more you'll feel it. And
Yep.
the less you hit it, the less you
Yeah,
feel it.
so
and
the,
more powerful the shots is and stuff like that.
Yeah, so you hit it like
How hard you
halfway.
hit it.
You get the shots, but if you hit it,
You get, like,
it'll take longer, but you'll get a bigger punch out of your
which
gun.
I love that. So they're using the PS5 control very
Good,
well.
yeah,
Which
yeah.
I really love that. And of course, the graphics, fantastic looking. Like you're freaking like in their world.
It does, and it does look juicy. That looks good. I feel that Ratchet looks better than Returnal. That looks good. And then when they do the portal and it comes in and you reach in, there's a whole nother world with no load time. A lot of people,
the thing.
and that's what we're let's
load time.
let me break this down. I don't think a lot of people understand
How
awesome that is.
that's what I'm saying. Like legit, you're going into a whole nother.
I think a lot of people are spoiled in understanding that things need to be quick and instantaneous, like this.
But
You
it's
know.
not. Wasn't that easy, especially in one of the early days where we were playing games.
Yeah.
They were long ass loading screens.
And so we're so used to the iPhones and the Androids and the apps launching and things quick.
Exactly.
And so we're not. So now people are playing this game, and what I am afraid is they're playing the game and they just don't understand.
Yeah,
like
they're
that
like,
portal
oh,
reach, and you bring it in, and you boom, and it's a whole new world. You know that takes like 30 seconds to load.
And it's doing it instantaneously, like
Like,
nothing. Like,
and then they just think,
frames.
oh, it's just another. It's just loading. It's just the game. Like, you don't understand. You don't understand. So the fact that like a whole brand new world, boom, 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 no load time.
Exactly. That's the thing. There's like no load time.
Yeah, they say near instant load time. So there is, a little stutter here and there.
That's
But
probably the thing, but yeah, it's like I love that. And like I said, all the guns they were showing was good. The fight scenes were good. The enemies look great. Pretty much it's like the Ratchet Clank just upped up like a bunch, and which I love because Ratchet Clank is one of my favorite game series growing up. It was like I played every single game. I beat in every single game. I love the story because I love the characters. They're funny. The characters are funny. They have personalities. You like these characters. You're laughing because of the hijinks they get into. It's like a really cool like Saturday morning cartoon. Like kind of gives me that vibes of like the comedy it has in it. The buddy with Ratchet and Clank. So buddy with each other. Now.
I think now that I would like to get into that, like play it.
Definitely.
But I think now I'm lost because isn't there like 6 or 7 games?
Well, there is Ratchet and Clank, the first one, then there's the second one, there's the third one,
Yeah.
and then there's Deadlocked, and then there's the 2 that came out for the PS3. I forgot the name of those. And then there's 1 that came out for the PS4, and then there's a couple Nexus, and then there's a couple, and there's also a Ratchet and Clank, just a regular Ratchet and Clank, which is kind of like a remake / remaster kind of thing. And
Yeah, there's a lot that I need to.
And then there are some
play and
side
beat.
games called like Agent of Clank is one, Full Frontal is another one.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a couple of side games too. So it's a really good. If you could get into it, especially for the kids and stuff,
Yeah.
it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
Yeah, I'm saying that's what I'm like. You might as well.
But yeah, so another one they showed too is there's gonna be a new character which is playing in the whole dimension thing. They haven't explained her yet, but people are putting two and two together because it's different dimensions because you're ripping through different dimensions.
Yeah.
Her name is Rivet. People are saying she's basically the Ratchet of her world, of
cool.
her dimension.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
what, they're not saying that, but that's what people are getting
Yeah.
together, which it kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
That's
if you
what
think
I was
about it. It's
thinking.
not really hard to think about because you're going through different worlds.
Yeah, exactly. So pretty much what happened
Not world,
is
dimension.
there was like different dimensions and stuff, and I guess Clank got into one of those things and went into her dimension. So now Clank is with her right now.
Yeah.
And they were showing like her doing the battling and her riding like different kind of creatures and stuff.
Yep.
Like I'm gonna show you talk to.
Yeah.
She was like riding it was like a guy like a monster beetle or something like that.
Stinky beetle or something.
Yeah, something like that. She was riding
Slingy,
it.
stingy, smelling beetle. It was a name that.
Yeah, I couldn't
Freaking-
think of the name right now, but they were showing like how fast it was going. It was like the graphics, the way it looked and everything. I was like, oh my god, this is like.
So it's funny because a lot of people think that it's just a regular just a regular action adventure game, call it a day. But when it looks that damn good and the power and the non-loading times you're gonna get in that game, that's a pretty big deal. And it is a first-party title for the PlayStation 5 as well, built from the ground up. That's the word, built from the ground up.
It's exclusive for the PS5 because it's made on the PS5.
And that's what I'm saying. Ratchet and Clank for the PS5 looks better than Returnal, and Returnal is a from the ground up game as well. I don't know. I never really thought Returnal was gonna be great. I thought Death Loop was gonna be good. Then you have to lay it, so I'm like, I can't play that.
We're not getting that. That's what's happening.
Yeah. And
But
I
yeah.
barely play Oddworld, which I should play because that's a hilarious. I would like to feel like the farting mechanism. To fart and you feel a subtle vibration, a pressurized vibration of the actual, But that was it for the state of play.
But yeah, that was pretty much it. But I loved what they showed there, and it comes out June 11th, which obviously I'm getting that first
Now,
day.
let me ask you this: nobody knew the release date for that until then, right?
Yeah, I think they said it was going to be in the summer or something.
Yeah, they were
never
very
said
vague.
the
They didn't have an
release
exact.
date.
Okay, because I was like, wait a minute. I kind of knew that date, but
I'm not sure if they did or not.
yeah,
but
no.
I'm just happy. It comes out next month. I'm going to get my hands on it. I'm going to play the heck out of it.
You're gonna play the
I
heck
know
out of
that.
it. We all know that.
I'm going to play the heck out of that game. I know that for sure.
I'm
But
just-
yeah, that's literally the game that I'm excited for getting a PS5 for. That's what
Yeah.
I think. That game right there was one of the reasons why I got the PS5.
Alrighty, so now let's bring up another topic here that is very much annoyed you, and we can have a little exchange and a dialogue. I don't really have much to speak on it, but we're talking about toys for Bob, and these studios working for one game you despise. So hit it.
So pretty much, it was just announced this week that Toys for Bob, a company that's owned by Activision, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Activision Blizzard. Yeah. Or Activision.
Blizzard, is going to be working on season 3 of Call of Duty Warzone.
Just season 3. We don't know if it's going to be
We
even
don't
more,
know. We don't
but
know
it's
yet.
just season
Just
3,
season
and I
3,
wonder
right?
why. But okay.
But it's just random because, I don't know if people who know, Toys for Bob, they made the new Crash Bandicoot 4. They also did the Insane Trilogy, the remakes, and also the trilogy for Spyro, the remakes too. And they also made Skylanders too. So they're the ones who make that game. So all those type of games, which were a platform or a thing, you get them to make a Call of Duty game? I'm wondering, like, what's the situation on that? But then I read even further into it because they own a ton of companies. Like, Activision has bought a ton of companies. Some of the companies they have. Beanox, of course, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, we know those. Toys for Bob, Raven Software, the Activision Shanghai, Devon Wave, and High Moon Studios. All those studios
all work for Call of Duty. They all work for Call of Duty.
All working for Call of Duty.
I remember you say that. I'm like, I know the logos. So I see them all the time when I play the game.
And they're all making parts of Call of Duty games.
But I wonder what is their skill set for? Is it only for season 3 or? Well, they're under their studio anyway. Their studio anyway for an Activision. So you don't even know if they were already kind of putting some of their peoples in it and to help out.
They just announced it.
I'm saying, but like, what are they gonna do? And it's only for season 3 that we know
That's
of.
what they said, no, for now. They said season 3.
And seasons in Call of Duty is usually 2 months.
Yeah,
About 2 months.
You know about that.
Yeah, because you get a season pass. It's about 2 months. So what the hell are they gonna do in 2 months?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, like, what they're trying to create. I know obviously they can create maps.
For the maker
How
that-
many guns.
No, because that's
That
over.
works? Oh, then what?
No.
What they're doing with that?
When they announce a new season, maps are done. Guns are done.
So what's the season stand for?
Battle Pass. And you can experience the storyline. But here's the thing. They could add certain events within season 3 while it's happening. So, give you an example.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't know the exact story of the people because I haven't beaten the campaign. I literally just get the game, play multiplayer, and play the multiplayer, and just play the multiplayer, and just play the multiplayer, and call it a day. And get the gun that I really am seasoned with, and go from that. I just got the LC10. Still rocking that. I still got to power that up a little bit. Then I got the is it the D4 or D something? It's an assault rifle. I have one shot, on hardcore. Anywho, so you get that, right? What you do is you get a whole season, the whole storyline, and within that weekend, when season 3 was introduced, you had to find somebody, Alden or Aiden or something like that, to find him, hunt for this because he's been kidnapped and lost. So you got to go through the war zone to find these certain spots, and within 10 to 12 spots, then I guess you get them locked. I don't know. I feel a lot of people don't really care for that. They just want to see the new weapons and new guns and new opportunities and new skins to get within the battle pass by playing Warzone. And again, Warzone is free. But sometimes they'll add in a story event. So I guess with season 3, the whole entire map of the Warzone was nuked.
Oh, really?
So now you got different playing in nighttime and whatnot. But and then some within that season they could add something. So maybe they're gonna add something odd or weird, or maybe a partnership. What, friggin' Spyro's gonna fucking fly in the air? Instead of yeah, like are you gonna like Crash Bandicoot and then I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So pretty much what I worried about this is probably me overthinking things maybe, but
Yeah, because you're like, oh no, what? All these other talented studios working on a game that I don't like.
one of the things that the story that kind of like made me think that way is Neversoft. I don't know if you guys know what Neversoft is, but they did the Tony Hawk games back in the day, and we also did the Guitar Hero games back in the day. Of course, Activision owns them, and they were making Call of Duty games since 2009. I think it was since Black. Let me see.
Checking his notes.
Yeah, it was like since Black Ops, I believe, but I think it was like 2008 or 2009. When did Black Ops come out?
Oh, jeez, you hit me with years, dude. Hell no, I don't
You
know.
played those type of games.
I remember Black Ops 2 because they had that CQB. That was
Well,
my
anyway,
favorite.
it was pretty much the thing. So they've been working every single Call of Duty game ever since, and they stopped making the other games. They just kept working on that. And then, at 2014, after I guess they got use of them or whatever, kaput. No more. Company no more. So that's what I'm worried about.
You know what I think it was?
I don't want them to get rid of
I think Neversoft played in Modern Warfare 3, and then I think they cut him loose. Modern Warfare 3 sucked. It was terrible. Maps are great. Now that I think about it, because I think that studio got shut down after Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, because I know, but they were working on games before that too. It was just like.
I'm going to go look that up, because I think it was.
So that's what I'm worried about mainly. Like, because Toys for Bob, like, they brought back Crash Bandicoot, and that got me excited, because that was like one of my favorite platform games growing up. And then with the whole Spyro trilogy, I thought they would make a new Spyro game, like the new Crash game.
Oh, hold on. Let me cut you off. No wonder why they got let go. Their last game was the extinction mode of Call of Duty Ghosts. Ghosts is probably the worst Call of Duty game in their whole entire little franchise. That was a terrible game. And the studio merged with Infinity Ward. So they pretty much cut that and brought them into Infinity Ward. Which Infinity Ward is pretty much the leftover flesh of Respawn Entertainment. Because Respawn Entertainment is the EA version of Infinity Ward with Titanfall.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's where I work, because I was thinking, maybe they'll make a new Spyro game, since they did make the trilogy remake, like they made a new Crash Bandicoot game when they did the trilogy remake. But
you know what they're probably going to do?
It seems like that's gone, so who knows what's going to happen.
You know what I think is probably going to happen, which would be pretty hilarious? Spyro or Crash skins as a cross-platforming partnerships.
Like a jacket or something?
Yeah,
Like
or
a
a gun.
with
Yeah,
with a
they're
little,
oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. I would totally get the item that I need. I would do what I need to do to make sure I get my little Crash Bandicoot or the little shield. And when he kills somebody, and when he kills, why not, right? And it's owned by the same company. They should do that.
We'll see how that works. But
They should do that. Maybe season 3 will offer that. Maybe they're because with Battle Pass, this you get a certain level, you get a certain item. So maybe one of those items, maybe in the end of it, you'll get Crash Bandicoot jewelry on your thing, and maybe you'll get the shield, and the shield makes the sound when you kill somebody. That would be hilarious. Imagine playing the whole entire game and everybody has that. All you hear is that'd be hilarious.
But yeah, so that's pretty much how I feel about it. That was my 2 cents on it. But yeah, that's how I feel.
But it's only season 3. You already know they're under Activision, so at any point in time, without them telling us, they could just be working on it anyway. But the fact that it's only season 3 kind of makes you wonder what they're going to introduce within season 3, and if it's going to be longer than that.
And now it's officially all things that Activision owns is working on a Call of Duty in some way or form.
Yeah, and you do understand because Warzone, and that's where the topic that we wanted to kind of talk about very, very briefly, metaverse. Because they reached out to the CEO of Activision. They wanted to create a metaverse within Warzone. And by that meaning, everybody around will be plugged into this one situation, which is Warzone. So with this studio and their techniques and their trademarks would be tied into Warzone somehow, some way, some fashion. And it's not just the metaverse that they want to create. They want to do the same. Epic, Tim Sweeney wants to do the same thing with Fortnite, and they've been very successful. You have Horizon, Fortnite. You have God of War for Fortnite. Halo. You have so all the franchises that everybody loves, or new franchises that everybody loves, are now getting tied into this metaverse, Fortnite. it makes sense. And they're doing it successfully, but they're doing it by partnerships as well, and their little betting that Epic does as far as I'm going to pay you this much for 2 weeks to get your peoples and your characters and your things to me.
Yeah, make this exclusive to this.
Yeah. So make it exclusive to Epic, and I pay you this amount of money and with it for 2 weeks or a month, whatever the case may be. But it brings their partnerships to the actual metaverse that they want. So the Call of Duty maker, Activision said that. And you got to realize, too, Blizzard is there, too. So we're talking World of Warcraft and all that jazz. So you kind of, things that, that make you wonder. Things that make you wonder.
Exactly.
So we don't know what they're going to do, and maybe it might be longer, but we don't know. So that will be something we have to look forward to. What is another topic? I'm bringing out Super Mario Party.
Oh, yeah, so I'll explain.
Now, what's the deal with this? Super Mario Party has been in the news this week, and for what reason?
Yeah, this kind of came out of random. I mean, we've been hoping for this for a while, but we didn't think it was going to come out almost 2.5 years later. So, they released a free update that is going to add
As he turns the pages.
online aspects to the game now. So now you can play all the modes, all the characters, and all the maps, and 70 minigames online with a friend.
With one friend or multiplayer with 4 people?
With multiple people, 4 people.
So there's matchmaking.
Pretty much how it works.
I wanna
they
know
break
this.
it down. Yes, they're going to break it down. So pretty much,
They're finally getting hip, guys.
if you could do, it's a friend match, you can play with friends.
Yep.
Or you could use what they have, a password system, so they'll have like a password to put in, and
Friend code?
Friend code, yeah, pretty much. And strangers will be able to play with you. So those are the 2 options that they have.
Yeah.
Because you know how Nintendo is. They're kind of.
What up, Lopes? What's going on, brother? Sharing is caring, my friend.
They're pretty much archaic when it comes to online stuff.
Yeah.
They're pretty archaic, but
That's the good thing about multiplayer.
But it is pretty cool that they finally added this after
Finally got it hip.
2.5 years later after the game.
2021, Nintendo's finally realizing multiplayer is cool.
This feature would have been perfect during last year when the
It should have
pandemic
been-
was huge.
Yeah.
It would have been perfect.
And when Switch was like the ish, like, hey, we're the Switch. You can play multiplayer now.
But now
Ha!
they release it at the tail end of the thing.
Like it's
when
2021?
everyone's going back to normal again.
Makes no
It's
damn sense.
It's kind of random. I'm probably gonna check it out just to try it because I do have the game. So I was like, okay.
Can you get me one?
So it's like I'm happy about
Yeah, my kid's
it.
running around.
So I'm pretty much happy about that. So, but 2.5 years later, that's my thing. It's like, why is it going to be so late?
Yeah, I'm asking a hard question because Super Mario, this shouldn't be. He said, "Hey, you want to say it?" No, okay. Or as he walks away. Yeah, like, come on now. Speak the hard questions. Why did it take Nintendo and Mario Party, the one game that actually has a lot of mini games online, to 2021 to go about the business? That make no damn sense.
Exactly.
Ain't no
It's
damn
like,
sense.
Yeah, it's like it's just strange that they did that, but I mean, it's out. It's good.
Finally.
And it's free.
And
so
it's
you
free.
don't have to pay for it, which I always like that.
Well, you have to get your
Well,
you have to get the membership, which is $20 a year.
20. It's 20
Super
a year.
cheap.
And let's be real, most of the people have it anyway. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think I do. I think I do.
It's
But
only $20 a year. You have to.
yeah, I know. I'm spending.
It's like what, $2 a day?
I was
mean,
spending
$2 a month.
$2 a day. Oh yeah, I was at $2 a day. Bro,
It's like,
what?
$2 a month? If that.
I think yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like it's worth it. Even though I know that Nintendo is nothing like PlayStation and Xbox. Nothing like it. But
Yeah.
at least you could play some. And they have the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo things that you can play online too.
Okay, cool.
Which, I mean, you know about that, right?
Yeah.
So you can play some of that, which is included in the Switch thing, which is cool. And you can play games like Tetris 99.
Yeah,
Pac-Man 99.
yeah,
So it's
yeah. So now let's get into my favorites. Of course, your favorite too, because I helped you get one. The PlayStation 5.
Oh, yeah, they
And their
announced
numbers.
They announced some things today.
They announced some delicious numbers, and you know what's funny? Because when they announced those numbers, I was wondering where's Microsoft at.
What?
when they announced these numbers, I was wondering, where's Microsoft at? But I remember, too, that they're not really going for the sales of hardware. So they got two different fights. So that's the thing. What is the numbers? Isn't it 7.6?
So for the PS5, they have sold 7.8 million units since launch.
7.8 million.
Units since launch.
So they made that money. Yeah.
This is units, not money wise.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Units.
7.8 million units.
Do the math.
So the math, you can imagine that.
Yeah, do the math.
But this is outpacing how the PS4 sold when
Yes,
it
sir.
first came out.
Yes, sir.
By
Demand is there.
200K.
Jesus. That is expected due to COVID and how stores are not holding that. They're not holding these systems. But then you got to think about it this way. What if it wasn't about COVID? You would think they would have more because they have more staffing to release more
Well, the
consoles.
thing is, I know, isn't one of the issues, I know because it's happening at my job too, because I work at a car dealership and they have issues with the computer chip.
Yeah.
That's the issue, because we're having a short supply on cars too, because I guess every electronic nowadays uses this chip that pretty much COVID kind of just messed it all up for everyone.
I don't messed it all up.
So not just for
You damn
systems,
COVID.
but for cars,
Yeah.
but for like electronics, TVs, things
Yep.
like that. So I think without this happening, yeah, we probably would have had a lot more. You're
Yeah.
right, but with the limited, it's probably this is the best they can say, and they still outpaced the PS4. When the PS4 came out, it sold pretty well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And of course, there was no pandemic at the time. But the
Yeah.
thing is, it's like how, the PS5 is selling this well during where we are right now.
It's
That
still
tells you
hard to
something.
get, bro.
That tells you something.
And, you know, in our local GameStops, we were told within March it should be relaxed. You know, just for, you know, you go to a GameStop and they want to tell you, want to relate to you and to see, hey, look, when is a realistic way to get a PlayStation 5? And he was like, hey, around March. Around March. I'm like, March? I ain't trying to wait for no March. So I'm like, I'm trying to get it beforehand, in which I did a month before. So like February, so it's fine. But he was kind of right, but the demand is still
It's
ridiculous.
still hard to get these
Yes,
days.
it's ridiculous.
It's
Not a lot of people.
People are saying that it's probably most people probably not going to get theirs until either summer at the earliest.
Oh no, we're talking
or
fall.
the end of this year.
And you know what's messed up? By the end of this year, there's gonna be more demand because of holiday. So their supply is gonna go. They're gonna go like through the roof. They're gonna have to churn it out. Boom, 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 boom. They might have to make the Pro quicker than expected. Do you know that? They're gonna have to make a Slim to meet their cost because every unit that they're selling is a loss.
Yeah.
It's a loss. So now they're gonna have to remake the PS5, so the slim version. And I don't really think it's a slim version, you know, how they want to pinpoint it, so they can make ends meet because they're selling all the loss, but like they're banking on their titles. And so far so good because Spider-Man was a launch title and not done well.
And now with Ratchet and Clank on the way and Returnal, we'll see how well that sells.
Yeah, let's see how. Yeah, Cyberpunk would have been a good boost. It is not a first party, you know, it's not exclusive, but it would have been a good boost. But that kind of like
We know what happened
that. Yeah, we already know what happened to that. Cars exploding in the midair and sky, and blocks looking like Minecraft. Like, come on now. But Sony's putting them the numbers though.
Yeah, but Sony is putting out numbers, which I'm happy about. And it's like, so we'll see how well it'll sell. Because for the second, they're planning on outpacing the PS4s and selling about 14.8 million units. That's what they're planning on doing.
1.8 million. 14.8 million.
That's what they're planning on doing, PS5. We'll see if that will work, because, you know, with all the chips and shit like that. But that's what they're planning.
That's doable.
I think it's
For
doable
the next 3
For
months.
the second year. I think they said for the second year.
That's doable.
Yeah.
That's doable because they already have their move with their manufacturing, and now COVID's slowly but surely relaxing their restrictions,
Exactly.
and then now spring and summer's kicking in. It should be. I know that I've been getting a lot of push notifications for getting one.
Yeah, I've been too. Yeah, you've been like nonstop, and again,
Yeah.
it's like okay. Now when I actually got one, now you're like, how do you
Yeah,
actually
Lopes.
got that?
The haptic feedback is nuts.
Yes.
Oh man, it's beautiful.
That's what with the Ratchet & Clank. I
It's
can't wait
beautiful.
for that. The way
It's
they're
beautiful.
using that in that
Yeah,
game.
you can even blow in the controller for some moves. It's weird, but then the fact that you can feel like raindrops, like my realistic, what I've noticed that I played for a while is Call of Duty. When somebody launches a helicopter in the air, you won't know. You just run in, you just hear it, and you get popped, and you're like, what the hell? Now with the controller, if you get near it, you can feel the propellers going. You can feel it, and you control. And the closer you are, the more force on your controller. And at that point, you'll be like, get the out, because you're about to get your ass hit. You know, so it's like it's a good indicator. It's a good feel-good indicator that while you're playing, you're not seeing the map, and the helicopter's right there, but you feel like, nah, I ain't gonna go there. You know, I don't really feel the analog controller feedback. I don't really hear that much on, like, feel it, but I feel it, but not like a RPG. I'm gonna take it and go. I don't feel that.
The later games, they'll use that feature on
Horizon. There, I know damn well that's gonna be great, because you're gonna feel that going boom. You're gonna feel the weight, and then when it pulls back, and then you know, oh, it's gonna be nuts. And then with Deathloop, the gun jam and your trigger won't work. That's nuts. Those are the things that's gonna be cool. Those are the things that's gonna show off the actual. What is it?
Stop making me jealous.
I ain't trying to make you jealous, bro, but I'm saying, like, at first you don't realize it, and then you're like, oh, whoa, that's a raindrop. Oh, whoa, there's hail. You can feel hail. You play Astrobots, and you play that, and then it starts to rain, and it hits the umbrella. You can feel the hail, and then rain, so you can feel that pressure. It's ridiculous. You got to feel it to believe it. You got to feel it to believe it. So, it's nuts.
Exactly.
Just go about getting it. That's all. Go try, hustle, or, trust me. Give me the pay method, and you know what I'm saying, I'm on it. I'm on my phone all the time, so I can just get it. Boom, got you, bro, and it's done. So congrats, Sony. You're doing your thing. What other topics we got going on here? Castlevania. Let's bring up the picture. Hold on, real quick. So you guys understand the actual picture that we want to bring up, and is actually a guy playing the prototype version of the Castlevania, which I did think we mentioned 2 episodes ago.
We did. We mentioned that it was recently leaked that they showed like they're just someone playing it. It was a very ghetto video of someone playing the prototype.
Yeah.
Now, thanks to the help of the French website Sega Dreamcast Info, which is a French web Dreamcast,
Okay.
they were able to get the actual prototype into an actual document for the computer and all of its assets and all that,
Okay.
put it onto a file and put it into archive.net or .org, and now you can play the prototype of this game now, which I love the fact that they could do that.
Can't see him.
Hmm?
Can only see his leg.
No, he's moving it. Yeah, he's getting. So you can't do it. You're not autofocus. So what happened?
So pretty much the game now you can play the
The
game.
wife's checking out the specs.
prototype
She's checking out
of
the studio,
version
guys.
of the game now, and they pretty much have most of the levels.
That's good.
Medusa, the boss.
Yeah.
Obviously, the game is buggy,
Mhm.
and the game freezes because it's
Obviously, it's a prototype. It's not even.
the full finished
It's not even
game.
alpha stage.
Exactly, it's just a prototype. It's just like the beginning, but it includes a lot of levels, which I love, and it's just fantastic how something like that works, and I just love it. They released it out for us to play. I haven't had a chance.
That's
to play it
cool.
yet. I haven't had a chance. I'm gonna play it though. I'm
But
gonna
what
get
you can
it
play it on? PC?
The thing is, you can download it and play it on your PC, but the good thing about Dreamcast can easily take burnable CDs, and you can play it on a Dreamcast, and you can play the game on a Dreamcast if you burn that into a disc that the disc can play Dreamcast, and you can play it on an actual Dreamcast, the prototype.
Wait. So you can get the game, download it, and burn it onto a disc, and play it on the Dreamcast. So wow, that's
Get
cool.
that old school thing.
Yeah, what's it called? The VU, the VU connect. Start playing. Oh my God, that's
so
cool.
you can actually do that, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, Lope says, why would you want to? It's an incomplete game. I know, but hey, why not? You know, like, just try it, see it's all buggy. Oh, it's ugly. We tried Cyberpunk, look what happened to that.
For me, it's like, I have said this in the past, and I'll just say this again. Preservation of older games is very important to me. I like playing the older games, and I like seeing, playing, and seeing, like, you know, pre-alpha trailers, pre-alpha gameplay. Like what the game used to be before it was a huge thing or change of time. Too human example for that. It was originally supposed to be on the PS1, then GameCube, then 360. You should see how it looked on the PS1. It was like so different. So when games like this are coming out, which you thought were canceled long ago, and at the time, there was not really much Castlevania games. They had the 64 games for the 3D ones, and this would have been its only other 3D ones, other than, of course, the ones that came out for the PS2 and the PS3. This was going to be the only one that came out for Dreamcast. And having a game that you thought was long gone, never existed, pretty much lost media.
Yep. Just like the Silent Hill PT. That's technically almost lost media.
And it's out now. Not in the full form, obviously, but still out. So you get to play it. See what, you know, what ideas that they had at the time. What ideas, like, why did it work? Why did it work? What was the ideas that they were doing? It's things like that. I love the behind the scenes when it comes to games. Like, some of my favorite, like, YouTube channels, like Beta64, Gaming Historian, things like that, who always explains the history of these type of games.
Yeah.
And also there are some channels I watch, like Lost Media, that goes over like Lost Media. I love learning about that, and I love seeing that type of stuff. So now, when we get to not just see it, but actually play the prototype of a game that was canceled early on in its development, I think it's pretty cool. So that is why, Lopes. That is why I.
That's why you are very passionate.
That's why
the reason why
I'm very
I want.
passionate when it comes
Yeah.
to things like that. Because I like the history behind it.
And you played most of the Castlevania games, did you?
I did, yeah. I
Yeah.
grew up with
Do
it.
you recall Lords of Shadow?
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that. It was decent. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it was decent.
Yeah. I haven't really dove into
For
the
me,
Castlevania
like,
games
my
like
favorite
that.
one is Symphony of the Night. For
Okay.
the PS1. I don't know if you remember that one. I haven't played that one a couple of times.
Yeah.
I like that one. That one was my favorite of the thing. There was a bunch on the DS. There was a couple on the game.
But look at the image, yo. You got the old school, the Dreamcast controller, the red with the disc with the prototype. That's pretty cool.
Exactly. I just like things like that. So I'm hoping, because like growing up, you know, I had so much magazines. You know that.
Yeah.
And seeing, like, because I still have these magazines and I still look through them sometimes, seeing how some of these games, like, looked before, and some of these games that were in the process of making and then getting canceled, and then you finding out that they have prototypes of it, I think it's pretty cool. That I like that. So that's why it's very important to me, honestly.
God, it's. What is this? Okay,
So
so.
sorry I went into a little rant like that. But
No, you're
that's
good.
why I felt comfortable.
Wow, we went through all the topics today. I think, yeah, that I think we did, right? Look at us, yo. We're knocking them out the park, man. We're knocking them out the park, yo. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so now let's look at some breaking news. Since our runtime is about an hour and a half, but we feeling nice right now. So we need to let's look up some good random news that we got here for you. I know you see the ticker, but the ticker only can do so much. But it's not really in front of my face that we need to be looking up. No big news besides next week. Next week is going to be the big one.
Oh, the Apple one. Yeah.
That Apple one is going to be a big deal. I will say so. That's going to be something that. Here's the thing. That's going to.
Nitty-gritty type of thing.
No, it's going to change. It's going to change. Look, nobody understands this proceeding. There's no trial. It's only a bench trial.
Yeah.
There's no jurors. Yeah, so it's a bench trial, meaning no jurors. this outcome is going to put Apple in a very, very different position and will mark the mobile way of gaming
No matter
and
if
distribution.
they win or lose.
No matter if they win or lose. So it's going to be epic. You guys do not understand it. And we are here to tell you and try the best we can to make you guys understand it.
Yeah, because no matter what, if they win or lose,
Their cut of 30% is already high, and then they try to reduce it for after 2 years it's 15. That's not going to fly anymore. Apple's going to get hurt somehow, some way, and I swear to you, if prices go up for their already all services that they have now, this outcome will probably be the reason why. That is the reason why.
You mean instead of $5, it'll be like $10?
Instead of
Apple Arcade or something?
Apple Arcade from like $4.99 to $7.99. Apple TV Plus, let's go ahead and put $5 on top of that. Let's go ahead with the Apple Music. Let's go ahead and rank that up to $12.99. I wouldn't be surprised because their commissions they're gonna get. Because it's going to piss a lot of people off, just like all these developers are already pissed off because they're getting raped by 30% for being a small developer for every in-game purchase.
Oh yeah, trust me. I think what they do is shit too. Oh, trust
It
me.
is. It's. When you were coming up, I get it. But you a bigwig now. You Apple. You are the reason why the mobile industry is how it is now.
Yeah.
And you still taking 30% of in-app purchases?
Yeah, that's kind of.
Come on, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's kind of shitty. I got it.
Yeah, Slopes. Again, if you listen to our previous audio podcasts, we did mention the breakdown of Epic versus Apple, but in the way, pretty much, Epic violated by saying they wanted to sell V-Bucks through their platform, which violates Apple's way of making money, which is taking 30% cut out of every in-game purchase. So if you're on the app and you buy something in the app, Apple gets 30%. What Epic try to do goes, hey, don't buy here, connect to my store, and you'll buy it. It'll be cheaper. And that's where the beef started. And then all back and forth started happening. So it's like, again, next week is going to be a big deal. I'm going to try my best to break it down from top to bottom because there should be a verdict by next week or the arguments ensue. And it's going to be overwhelming for me in my head, but I'm going to break it down to you as best as I can in the most easiest way because there's a lot of legalese and it's back and forth, but slick shit. Like Apple try to be slick and try to take out Fortnite and get rid of the Unreal Engine because it was just epic. You can't do that. So when I found that out, I'm like, oh, hell no. That's a lot of apps gone in like Thanos style. But I don't know.
It's pretty bad.
Yes, Apple is greedy. Apple will always be greedy. And a part of it seems like it's justified. But then when they don't realize that they are the cornerstone of the market of music, not really. Technically it is because they had iTunes. Spotify beat them first. Spotify is the first pioneer for streaming into the United States, and they started at the UK. I had Spotify first. Then Apple Music came out. Then I already had an iPhone. But then because Apple Music had all that iTunes music, it only made sense. So off the rip, you got so many other catalogs. It's just getting the user base and the subscription. So you would think so. But I will say, Apple Arcade, I thought was supposed to be $9.99. If it ended up being $5 a month, that's cool. But when you're getting phones that don't come with chargers anymore, that's a bit suspect. And you're saying that it's green. I want my mother charger when I bought my mother phone for that's $1,000+.
Yeah, I can't believe that. That pissed me off with that.
That annoys
Are you
me.
kidding me? Like, I have all my chargers anyway, so I'm not an issue. And I usually never use the Apple one because it's too short for me. I always buy long ones anyway. But it's the fact that they did that. I was like, wow, that's shady. Like,
Yeah.
greedy. It's gross.
That is a bit
It was pretty
gross.
grody.
That was a bit
It was grody.
yeah. So what other news we got here? Nothing to oh my god. Look at that. Epic Witness claims Apple's App Store profit reaches 78%. That just came out 3 hours ago. Oh Lord, is more is coming out, bro? Hold on, let me read this. Go ahead and Let's see oh my God, this is hilarious. Hold on.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Epic Games is using a lawsuit. This is courtesy of Engadget. Quote, Epic Games is using its lawsuit against Apple to accuse the iPhone maker of being practically greedy, which it was funny in the comments. As The Verge reports, hold on. Let's do this here.
We literally been saying
Yeah, he just said it too. And The Verge reports, experts witness Eric Barnes testified that Apple supposedly had an App Store operating margin of 77.8% in 2019. Itself a hike from 74.9% in 2018. He also rejected Apple's witness. You want to grab that? I'm reading this, yeah. He also rejected Apple witness claims that he couldn't practically calculate profit, pointing into info from the company corporate financial planning and analysis group of evidence. That's bull. Apple unsurprisingly disagreed. The tech firm told The Verge that margin calculations are simply wrong and that it's planned to fight its allegation in the trial, which the trial is next week. The firm's own witness, Richard, what the hell's his name? Shermalines, claims that Barnes was looking at one iOS ecosystem element that distorted the apparent operating margin. The real figure was unremarkable, he said, adding that you couldn't study App Store profit without looking at the broader context of devices and services. Whatever. The fact that they see that margin and see that in court, we'll find out in court. That's all I am saying with that. But it's funny, 3 hours ago that was mentioned. That's pretty funny.
So we'll find out that information next week, right?
I'm saying, like, it's all he say, she say. But until that court date come up, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a doozy. All right. What else we got here? The studio behind VR shooter Onward. Facebook buys the studio behind VR shooter Onward. Are you familiar?
Oh, Onward, that's
Not the movie.
Oh, no.
Yeah, not the movie. Onward. I guess it was a military game. I guess. Damn, nothing happened. I mean, it was a good jam-packed week, but it wasn't it was very quick things.
Toys for Bob is now support developer for Call of Duty Warzone.
Yep. Oh, look at that. Well, Lopes, if it makes you feel better, Apple lost a lawsuit for anti-competitive practices in the European Union, so they're going to be paying fines. So if that, helps you out there.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, so I think this week it's mainly, I'm not going to try Returnal right off the jump. I'm thinking I'm just going to wait it out and see what it looks like. I've seen a lot of reviews. A lot of reviews look promising.
A lot of people, like I said, the main issue is the whole save feature. You can't save.
Yeah.
That's a problem for me.
Yeah, I'm saying, how do you make, I want to play the game and feel good to continue on. If I'm going to play and then turn it off, I'm back to square one?
Pretty much, you could do, you know how in the PS5 you could soft reset?
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you play the game, when you put it back up, you can play the thing.
Yeah.
You can technically do that as a saving, but if you switch a game or do something like that, that's not there anymore.
Which clearly I have a child that's very impatient when it comes to games. So he'll play
So that's
Adventure
not
Time,
gonna work over there.
Epic Mickey, Injustice 2, Call of Duty, and I'm not playing anymore. Turn it off. I'd be screwed. I can't play that game.
No, you can play that game. When
Can't
you
play
have
that
shit
game.
up here. I could play it because I'm the only one playing my PS5.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Are your people jealous that you have a PS5?
They're not jealous. They're happy for me.
That's good. That's good.
They're not jealous.
Not a lot of people.
They're
Not a lot of people like
they're
that.
not into the system like I am.
Yeah.
Because they'll get this when they get a chance to get
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
They're happy I got.
Yeah, dude, the value on that thing to grab it and have it.
So I'm just happy that I got it. So.
Yeah, BBJ came through on Wednesday.
I know.
I was just telling me that. Yeah, I was telling him, I was like, yeah, I think this year and the factor of getting PlayStation 5 because there wasn't a first party die-hard game to get, just Spider-Man, which I wasn't a fan of Spider-Man, and obviously a Call of Duty game, which I play and play. Yeah, but they got pushed back. But the fact that you grab the system, but because the hecticness of online shopping, who would have thought? Getting it, you're like, yes, and every time you look at the thing, you go, yeah, you bad bitch, yeah, I own you now, yeah, just to have it, and then when games come out, you're fine. So, yeah, man. So let's look through a couple of more news if we can, because again, this week was a lot of quick topics, but important
And
topics.
we got through them pretty quickly too.
Yeah, because it was something that's very it was very smooth. It was
Yeah, it was a very smooth thing. I'm very happy with it.
you know, why not have the Domino mascot to play a role into Crash?
Like I said, that whole
Now
day-
I have the game on my phone. I'm gonna totally try to play it and see
Yeah,
see
May
what I
7th,
can
that's
get.
when he'll pop up. So you get to
May 7th.
May 7th. And then I'm kind of curious how the commercial's going to look like that too.
Yeah, and we'll see
It's
that
supposed to
commercial.
stop the autonomous things. That'll be kind of interesting to see how they do it.
All right, so I think we're about to wrap it up here, my friends.
Yeah, I think we're about to hit that
let's
2 hour
see.
mark anyways.
Yeah. Final Fantasy. What the hell? Hold on. Final Fantasy VI Broken World resonates differently in ours today. It's a personal blog type deal. Let's see. Then the players, if you're just gonna have to hunt for Elder issues. Oh, see, that's some bullshit. That's probably why they hired the Crash Bandicoot that studio. Was it NetherRealm and Toys for Bob? Call of Duty Warzone players get free skin after hunt for all the issues. Then what the hell's the point of playing all to save the fucker in the weekend? Now I still get the skins. That was the thing with Warzone. That's what it was. You would play, and then within a weekend you only had a weekend to get certain spots, and then you'll save them. Apparently you didn't need to. They'll just give it to you. Oh, whoa, hold up. There's one breaking. There's one breaking. Hold up. Hold up. One day ago, Konami pulls out an E3, says it will not be ready to present.
Oh.
Konami, the last thing I remember that Konami did was, obviously besides all that lovely horrorness, the UEA, and they're giving up the license to FIFA because it wasn't seeing any profits.
Yeah.
That was the latest I've heard through Konami, but Konami's not going to show for E3.
I wanted to see if they're gonna, because I know, but there's been rumors that they were gonna make a new Silent Hill game,
Yeah,
and I was hoping that E3 they would have showed it, but now they're not.
now it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case.
I wonder if they're gonna be a Tokyo game. That's in like September. Oh, that's sad. I kind of
See, now it hits you differently. But wait a minute. Oh my God. Why?
I'm kind of sad now.
Oh, now I just seen your news with the We Play.
Oh, you do that.
We Play Esports League loses loses Mortal Kombat SoCal Dev support after sponsor controversy. Controversy.
Very bad controversy.
Yeah. All right. So I mean, it's been real, guys. I think we checked out now. Next week again, the big news next week is gonna be Epic versus Apple, and I will do my best. And by my best, meaning I read all the reports. I just gotta kind of condense it the best I can. Not dumb it down, but just break down the logistics of it, because one person violated, one person went nuclear, one person seems right, the other person takes too much money. How is this gonna go? You know what I'm saying? And based on this situation, is gonna depict how the mobile platforms get, because Google's chilling in the background like, okay, so if this is gonna happen to Apple, it's gonna happen to me. So they're gonna have to act differently. What do you think other news is gonna be for next week?
I'm not sure.
Maybe more details of Toys of Bob's,
I wonder if there'll be more details on
Yeah.
that.
or
Let's
more of the
see.
controversy of the Wii Play.
This is the first week of May. Maybe more people might leave. Because remember, there's Bandai Namco and Netherlands for the fighting games. There's Capcom too.
Yeah. Yep.
Who
Okay.
knows?
Okay. So there might be more of a fallout.
Who knows? I don't know. I'm not gonna say it, but who knows?
Yeah.
Because Capcom, remember, they do Street Fighter.
The main one.
One of the huge ones.
Huge one. How is it, Louis?
Huge.
Huge
No,
ones.
don't say it like that.
Huge. I'll do it for you. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Again, if you didn't catch this live stream, you can always catch the highlights. We will be making the highlights. There's little pictures and putting it up there. And then we're going to have a little intro for the following week so it can be kind of smooth. Like, follow, subscribe. Sharing is caring. Share it to everybody. Well, let me get the camera so y'all can. Jesus, is it working? I don't think it's working. I don't think it's Jesus. All right, cool. Like, follow, subscribe. Sharing is caring. News, rants, and IOOs. Kill a whisk.
Outlandish.
All right, and again, make sure sharing is caring. tune in, and again, highlights going to be shown off within the week. I think we're going to try to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah,
For the-
I think
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday. I thought you said Wednesday. I thought you said
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah.
Monday, Wednesday,
I remember
Friday.
you
Kind
said
of like,
it was every other.
yeah, so if you didn't catch this, you get the highest, you know, the top of the line topic that we've been talking about, which is pretty
and
much,
obviously
you know,
this video will be here too to watch. You can watch it too if
Absolutely.
you want.
absolutely. So again, thank you guys, and again, thank you all for subscribing to our YouTube channel. Make sure you check out our Twitch channel as well, and also follow us on Twitter and Twitch.